All right, so let's go get started. So, how would you describe your face mask wearing habits?
For the most part, I wear my mask whenever I'm out in public or if I'm in a large group or even some small groups if I'm not very close to them.
And face masks can be fairly uncomfortable. What would you compare that uncomfort to?
It's like wearing a hat that's itchy or something that you have to put on that is you're constantly reminded of and you want to scratch it, get it off, or a bra that's too tight. When you get home, you're so glad to take it off.
Good. So who benefits the most from the use of face masks?
I think both the wearer and the people who are around, I think it protects them both.
Excellent. So if wearing an uncomfortable face mask would ensure one less person from dying, would you continue to wear it?
Oh, definitely. It's a small thing to do to keep people safe, and I'm one who's definitely into freedom. We live in this country not because of safety, but because of freedoms. However, having said that, my freedoms only extend as far as it gets to you, and then your freedom's taken away. So it's a small thing to do, and it doesn't cost me anything. A little bit of uncomfortableness, that's it.
Awesome. So now looking at this from more of an economic side, what has helped the economy more? The use of face masks or the strategic infusion of cash to eligible individuals within the economic system, like the checks?
I think the mask. The more we wore masks and we practiced being physically distant, not social distant, but physically distant, we saw the numbers go down. Also with cleaning surfaces, washing hands, we saw those numbers go down. It's great to have the extra money, but let's face it, it's only going to go so far. Maybe a month for some people, less depending on the check that you got, so the face mask.
Do you believe that the monetary aid has been sufficient to help most families since the pandemic started?
Probably not. If you've lost your job, which means if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you can't pay rent, you can't buy food, you can't put gas in your car. So that little bit of money would probably help for a month. Not much more. But it has stretched people and made them be creative. Before we couldn't find any face masks. Now they're everywhere. People were making them. The alcohol companies stopped production of, or slowed down production of alcohol and started making hand sanitizers. And every place delivers now. Every place, including the alcohol, the kind you drink.
Who do you think has benefited the most from the infusion of cash?
I would say it's a political move. It looks good on the surface. It's a little bit of money, but really the way that we live in our society, it doesn't go very far. Like I said, a month, maybe 2 months, but it looks good.
Awesome. All right, and the very last question is, what would benefit the regular individual the most? A recovering economy or a stimulus check?
A recovering economy. If we're making more stuff that we need to buy, we're producing more cars for people who have a good job, they can buy a car, they want to buy a refrigerator, they want to buy a house. So the overall economy doing better, not so much the stimulus checks.
Cool. That's it.